What's up, guys? I'm Ken Novitsky. Welcome back to the Sharp Cut from the Iron Edge. I would say I'm excited to talk about this topic, but I've been doing take after take after take for this because it just feels iffy. I can't get it out. So hopefully this is a good one. But the topic I want to talk about is goals and achieving them, setting them, achieving them, and how do you set yourself up for success? Well, we've got all these buzzwords these days with discipline and motivation and dedication and all this bullshit well, you just have to be dedicated to achieve your goals. You have to be motivated to achieve your goals and all this sort of stuff. And whilst that is true, I do not disagree with that. There's one thing above anything else that I think you need for achieving your goals, and it's self-respect. It is the self-respect to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say that I followed through. It takes 5 seconds to set a goal, but you have to then follow through with the actions to achieve that goal for weeks, months, years. And if you don't have the self-respect to fucking keep going when it sucks and you don't want to, or it's difficult, you're never going to get anything. Don't get me wrong, I ain't attacking anyone here because I'm very, very guilty of this. And for years, I said, I'm going to be more active on social media. I'm going to be more active on social media. I'm going to be putting more content out. I'm going to film my training. I'm going to film, whatever. And I would do it for a little bit, and then I'm like, fuck, I got too much else on. I can't do it. Can't put the time to it. Didn't feel great, but I let it continue happening. And it became okay. It became normal to just say, fuck it, throw my hands up and, something else like works too much, or I just gotta, I don't have the time to sit and do whatever. That's why even after 6, 7 takes with this fucking thing, I am sitting here right now and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fucking finish it because I need to get the content finished. I need to put this out because it's important to me, but it's probably important to somebody out there as well. I've always said that if I can do something that then helps one person, then I'm successful and I've achieved something and I've achieved a goal. So that's hopefully what this is going to do. If I'm honest with you, I don't want to fucking do this right now. I want to go in the other room and I want to train my ass off. But this is important. So this is what I'm doing. And not enough people in society have those outlooks. When it comes to achieving a goal, we need to be able to give ourselves manageable chunks of it to then be able to achieve what we're trying to do, whether it's a training goal, a life goal, a work goal, a relationship goal. Don't say, hey, I want to deadlift 800 pounds if you haven't got to, 600 yet. Instead of saying that, like say, okay, I'm going to deadlift 600. Then I'm going to deadlift 625. Then I'm going to deadlift 650 and actually make it manageable instead of just saying this ginormous fucking goal that you're going to get pissed off with because it's not going to happen anytime soon. And you have to be able to keep following through. One thing with goals is that it comes down to you. You can have a fantastic support system. You can have the best husband, wife, brother, sister, parents, cat, dog, friend, whatever the fuck it is. You can have the best support system in the world. But if you are not willing to sit there and put the effort in, really put your balls on the line, so to speak, look at yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I did it. I put the fucking effort in. I made the sacrifice. It doesn't matter how much support you've got because it comes down to what you are willing to do. Do you have the self-respect to say, yeah, I didn't want to do whatever it was today, but I did it because long term, it's going to get me to where I want to be. That's the defining part of anything in life. That's the defining part of being successful or not being successful and achieving your goals. So, for me, how do I get this goal? How do I become more successful with the social media? How do I become more successful with the podcast, with training? It's manageable stuff. It's coming here and be like, okay, you know what? I don't really want to sit and film this podcast today, but it needs to be done. So how am I going to do it? Yeah, okay, maybe knock my head against the wall for 7 takes in an hour and not get anywhere. But then on this one, now we're getting it done. I think. With training, I'm going to go through here in a second. I have the next 4 weeks of training planned out. There's a manageable goal for you. There's something you can follow through with. There's something you can actually achieve and not just jack it off because it gets difficult. I know this one's been a little bit of a convoluted mess, to be honest with you. it's been difficult for me to try and wrap my head around how I want to approach this subject. And I know we're probably going to come back to it at some point again. So bear with me on that one. Instead of sitting here getting stuck on all these buzzwords of motivation and dedication and whatever Asian it is, just ask yourself, am I the type of person that follows through with what I say I'm going to do? And if you are, then you'll achieve what you've said you're going to do. Whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, 20 years, you will achieve it. And if you aren't that person yet, figure out how you can become that person. Whether it's a daily goal, a daily task, those small wins stack. That's how you then become the person of, yep, I can follow through with what I say I'm going to do. And that's all it takes. All it takes is self-respect and following through, and you'll achieve anything in this life. So again, thank you guys for sitting with me through this one. It's been real, it's been raw, it's been fuck knows what. I think we got through it okay. I'll have a better one for you next week or next